Then we're going to do that.
Okay.
So we're going to try to accomplish a couple of things at the same time. So one of the reviews we want to do is for this microphone system. And we're also doing a review on Avid's mount that they 3D printed for the DJI mic system, because you haven't heard this audio yet. It's good, but it's not great. So we have some pieces that come with this. Oh, and I need another part.
Oh, somebody, I've seen the.
Yeah, these are microphones that people are wearing,
yeah.
but we're missing a piece.
Talk to the fuzzy.
So the thing about these cameras is they have 4 built-in cameras, one in the front, one on each side, and one on the back, on both of them. So this is the X2, this is the X3. And the differences in the two, this X3 has hard enclosure. This one has the same hard enclosure, but it's attached with a little lanyard or string. So you just pull it out and push it back in. And on this one, you just pull it straight out and off.
And then you lose it.
Right. So that's a danger. But anyways, we got this mic adapter from Insta360, which is the maker of the camera. And you need this adapter so that you have the little audio jack, which is this, to plug into the camera. So now's a good time for us to try it, since we're going to try to make a video. So
should we put this in the box?
Sure. So this, I guess, plugs in like that. And maybe yeah, it's got to plug in like that.
Okay.
So it plugs in like that. But then we also need to have a way. Now these cameras work because they have 2 lenses, one on the front, one on the back. So this front lens sees everything from the top and the side that way. The back lens sees everything from the top and side that way. So there's a blind spot naturally right in between them, and they call that stitching when they put the 2 views together, which is how you get 360 video. So Avid, because nobody else has printed one for the Rode microphone, they have one because it's been out for a while, but this is a new system. So they printed this to hold your microphone set up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that way it's still invisible. So you just screw this back on. And I need to figure out how to line this up. But you screw that on like that. And then this is already charged. So this this comes with some things, and here's the power on and off. So let me turn that off. So it's off, and then you've got these 2 holes and these 2 holes. But you want to be able to see what's going on, so you want to have the view screen on this side. This is real-time first use, so I'm going to figure out if it's working. All right, so that fits in just like that. And let me see, is there a way for me to tighten this so the equipment in? Yeah. All right, and then this is another one that I got of these off of Amazon from, I guess, their competitor. And it has a little plug so you can still charge, I guess, the camera while you're using it. So this one only goes on the X2, so that's why this one is on the X3. So that's connected. And then this, when Ocrad demonstrated and sold me this, their DJI mic came with a cord that had a 90-degree elbow. It was already bent, so mine's not the same, but it is the same. And it plugs in right there. And then it's got this built-in cable management system that kind of ensures that the cable stays out of the way. And the way you do that is slide this down, and then everything is hidden, in theory. So we have that, and then we have this little microphone. And as soon as you take it out of the case, it tries to start pairing. So I guess I should go ahead and turn this on. Real world test. Can't get my finger in there. Okay, it's coming on. So it's on. And see, it's already recording because this pairs automatically. And then you can take these little things that when you're breathing on it or the wind's blowing. Yeah. I forgot what they call them, but it supposedly eliminates that.
Oh, the wind whistles.
Yeah. And you just screw it on like that. And then you can put this on your clothes, and now you're recording.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm going to wear one too.
Okay.
So I am recording. Now this records for an ungodly amount of time, like 36 or 48 hours on its own.
Oh.
But we're trying to see if it improves the recording up for the camera. And I think I did that wrong. I did. Oh.
There it is.
So it does. It automatically recognizes that we have audio. So what we're doing today is doing all of these reviews all at once. Is we decided to review the sound of the DJI mic. So we're going to be able to compare the sound of this and this when I splice the videos together, so we'll know when it actually started working. And
so I'm in the blind spot.
Yeah.
I want to be in the blind spot.
So we're reviewing the DJI mic functionality. We're also reviewing the And while we're doing this, we're going to do our first sample vacuum seal with our brand new Avid Armor vacuum sealer V32 series. And we're going to try it with some broccoli. Right?
Right.
So we took it out of the box, and proper placement is not underneath the cabinet, which I'll probably put it over there and do a short 10 seconds of video that I can splice into the other one that says, hey, we want to put it here. Nope, can't put it there because you have to be able to raise this lid. And if you can't raise that lid because it's under a cabinet, that's the wrong placement. So
what we'll do is move this one down and move this one beside it, so it's all right there.
Probably, yeah. So this is pretty good placement for this. And we're going to plug it in for the first time, so if it sets on fire,
get the fire extinguisher.
Take off the safety plug, and then plug it in. And then it's got a switch on the back. It's just normal on and off. And it's on. And
this is just general instructions.
So what do I have to do? Is there a press seal? So I guess we'll use the standard default set times for everything for this first test run. And what we're using is some broccoli that we freeze dried in our brand new Harvest Right medium size freeze dryer. And
I think it says apples, but it's really broccoli.
Yeah, because we're reusing the jar. And I'll show you a difference why we're using this. Because this is dehydrated. And although it works, it doesn't taste as good and it doesn't look as good. And this is a blue tinted bottle. So we don't prefer dehydrated broccoli.
But we did do peas and carrots and beans, soup vegetables, dehydrated, and they turned out really great.
They did turn out really great. And so
tasted good.
Here's what freeze-dried broccoli looks like.
Looks like
and it smells like and it tastes like it. So it's just like it is fresh. And we're assuming this is like one serving that we would normally do. Because two ways we normally cook broccoli is either put it in a couple of inches of water when it's frozen or fresh, and then boil it until it gets soft, and then eat it that way with salt and pepper. Or we put it in a frying pan with butter, salt, pepper, and garlic, and then kind of fry it. Saute it until it gets soft, and we usually eat it that way a lot. So we're going to try our first ever attempt, and we'll find out if that's a mistake or not, because it's got some broccoli.
I believe it says in there somewhere to make sure it's.
Does it? Ensure that the open end is clean and dry. So I wonder if that means on the inside or just the outside.
I think it depends on.
I bet it means only on the outside, because you want it to be able to make good contact. But it might be on the inside too. So let's just learn a lesson. It's not going to hurt us. That's pretty clean.
It says, place the bag in the chamber and lay the open end of the pouch across the seal bar, securing it down with the pouch clamp.
Okay. This is not even recording.
Well,
or is it?
It had us on it a minute ago.
Is it recorded? Yeah, it says, well, that's recording. Okay. I guess it's recording. I'm going to stop and start it again just to make sure. Okay. Oh, it was not recording. Now it is. Okay. So we do have it all on that one, so that's good.
Okay.
So one thing that we do know is that this bag, which is why, and I'll pull this one over too, so we get all the views all at the same time, just in case. That's why we have two. So this is our bag of broccoli, and we know that it will fit in the chamber, right? So that's no big deal. But one thing that we know from watching other videos and whatnot is they like you to have less vacuum space in the chamber, so they give you one of these for free, and it's called a filler plate. So I guess it takes up more space in there so that there's less work for the vacuum, and you could probably even, they say you can add a book or anything, so we're just going to try it with what it can do. That's what we're going to do, because This is our first unboxing and review. So you put it on
in the chamber and lay the open end of the pouch across the seal bar, securing it down with the pouch clamp. Remove any extra air out of the pouch by just sort of pressing on it after you put the thing on it.
So like that.
Pull the lid down and press the auto vac and seal button to start the automatic function. And I think, didn't it say you're supposed to?
Well, that's what the guy from Retired at 40 was doing. And I think the lady on the demo, Avid Armor, did
and
too.
And press the back and seal.
Auto back and seal button.
They said you would feel it set down.
And you can see it's doing stuff. Counting down. We're at 30 seconds to go, so we probably could have done it less, but we'll see. And this is showing the pressure that it's at, and as that pressure reaches 0, it's going to stop and do its vac. So this is cool that the mics are really working. Four, 3, 2, 1. Here it goes.
Oh, that scared me. That did scare me.
All right. So now we're done.
Is it quit?
It's quit. Everything's quit.
Okay.
So here is our first test run of vacuum sealing, and you can see it really did much better than oxygen absorbers.
Yes.
So that is awesome. It weighs about nothing. Look at that. And we're going to try it this week. Just
later on the weekend to test.
Probably for lunch, because we won't do it with the kids, because they'll say, it's freeze dry. But if we try it and it works out great, then we won't even tell them that we're doing it. This is exciting. So this is our first vacuum sealed product from our new Avid Armor Ultra V32 series vacuum sealer review, and we're going to try to get this posted because in the instructions it tells you if you post a review and some pictures or a video, they will extend your 1-year warranty to 2 years for free. So I encourage everybody to do that.
And last night I made ham and potato soup.
Oh yeah.
And I used canned potatoes. And for thickener, instead of cornstarch, I used instant mashed potatoes with the butter and the milk and the pepper and stuff. And they loved it.
Okay.
They said, "What did you do different?" And I said, "I used a different thickener." And that was all I said. They never said a word about the potatoes being canned or anything. Okay. So that worked out good.
That's interesting.
Yes.
But none of that was dehydrated. None of that was freeze-dried. And none of that was vacuum sealed.
But it was prepping.
But it was prepping. So
with your pantry food.
So that is relevant. So awesome. Okay.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
Because we've got over here walnuts that were in the freezer that we had to make room for some canned tomatoes that were
don't block the movie.
Canned tomatoes that were pre-freezing before we freeze dried them, and they're going to turn out like this. And we're going to try to get them in jars. One thing I wanted to show is this is a pint jar.
No, that's a quart.
Oh, quart. So this is a quart. So a quart, pint, and a half pint will all fit in this chamber. Well, take this out. It will fit in this chamber. And if you just put the seal lid on it and turn the vacuum on, it will vacuum seal those. So that's pretty cool. And the reason that's important to us is I wish they would have had the vacuum pump, but what's the brand of our vacuum pump? The black one.
Food saver.
We have a food saver that seals bags great, but that vacuum pump attachment doesn't always seal jars because apparently Ball came out with a new lid. So we got a hand vac that works 100% every time. So
it works good on the wide mouth, but it does not work on this regular mouth.
Okay, so Good to know stuff.